Hey folks, and welcome back to Shaggy's Car Shop. Well, as you can see, this isn't a Firebird and this isn't my truck. It's my little Toyota Rav 4. Brakes have been grumbling at me for the better part of a week or maybe two, I don't know. So I need to do the front brakes in this thing. So I figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride, and yeah. Other than that, let me get one of these tires off, or get it up on jacks and get one of the tires off, and then I'll bring you in for a closer look. Be right back with you. Alright folks, so here's your caliper on the front side. I checked my rotors. Thankfully they aren't too tore up, and then I loosened these little 14mm bolt head bolts to give this a go, and then hopefully, keyword is hopefully, just like that. That pops your caliper off. Now you don't want to let it dangle if you can help it. If you got a piece of wire, or if you can get it propped in there. So let's see. Here are my spent brake pads. Whoo, yeah. Lovely. All right. Yeah, no wonder why it was hollering at me. I don't know. Let me try and get it better in the light. Yeah, they're pretty much gone. All right. So now the next thing is this caliper cup. Now you don't want to use a C-clamp and push directly into the cup. So is what you do, if you don't have one of those fancy tools like I don't, but you use the brake pad itself, and then you put a C-clamp on it, and you slowly push it back in. Here's just a little bit of reference. Old ones, new ones. I would say, yeah, they needed to be changed. All right, let me go grab a C-clamp, and we'll get this up, hopefully in a little bit better light, and we'll push that back in. Alright, so one thing to watch out for when you're doing this, here's my banjo fitting for my brake line. You don't want to push on that. You want to push on the main body. So let's see. Ooh, luckily this C-clamp is big enough. And then just ever so gently squeeze it back in. Now the other thing is just for reference, I guess it's a little more important on drum brakes than discs, but only do one side at a time, because that way, worst case, if you mess something up or you got a question on how something goes together, especially with drums, you just go look at the other side. Discs, it's not quite as important in my opinion, but it can be helpful. Besides the fact that I got one jack, I got it on jack stand on this side, but I'm just doing it one side at a time. All right, you can see how much that's squished in. I'm going to keep going just a little bit. All right. There we go. All right. So one other thing to check is just make sure that your slide pins are moving freely. See, this one moves pretty good. Let me check this bottom one. Sometimes they take just a little bit. Yep. See, it's moving freely. If those don't move free, your brakes tend to squeak a little. And then the other thing, where the contact surfaces are on the back of these, I just add a little bit of that brake caliper lube, like right here. And then on this one, I'll just do a little dab on there. Helps keep it from squeaking so bad. So, all we do is, hopefully, boom. Pop it in like that. Now for the tough one. All right. Sorry, I don't have a real good camera angle for you guys on this one. But there you go. Now you can see fresh brake pads on there. Now, hopefully you pushed in your caliper just far enough that it slides right back over. Get this top bolt started. Okay. And then you got to push in that slide, get that one down on. And it's as simple as that. All you got to do is come back, tighten these up. I don't know the torque specs on these. I've never really messed with torque specs on brakes. I'm sure there is. I just snug them up good. But yeah, let me get these tightened up and get this wheel back on. Go knock out the other side, and then I'll bring you right back. All right, folks, that's it for today's video. Just a quick routine maintenance on my going to work rig. Also, one thing to note, make sure you check your brake fluid after you've started, pump them back up. Just make sure it isn't overflowing, because if you've added fluid as your brakes wear down, it can push it back out. But mine is good to go. Yeah, that little trick on when you start them up, pumping your brakes. I think I was 16 the first time I ever did a set of disc brakes in a car. And the guys that were showing me thought it'd be funny not to tell me. So little manual vehicle that the e-brake did not work really in. And I hit it into reverse to go out of the garage, and I went quite a ways before I figured it out. Backwards, that is. I think a curb or a snowbank stopped me, one or the other. But yeah, so remember to do that. But yeah, we got some exciting news coming up from Shaggy's Car Shop. Well, exciting for me. But yeah, it does involve the Firebird, and it does involve my shop. So yeah, we'll get to that news in some upcoming videos. But that's it for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.